Hello everybody, it's Quick Script Creations here yet again, and today I wanted to talk to you about a subject that I've been wanting to make a video about for a while, and that is a line of Jurassic Park toys that was never released. And based on the title of this video, then you guys already know it's the Jurassic Park Chaos Effect Night Hunter series. This was a line of figures that was supposed to come out in 1999 following the original Chaos Effect line. Now the main appeal, or the thing that was going to make this line unique, was that all the figures were going to be glow in the dark. Yet according to some sources like JP Toys, it says that one of the reasons that this line was actually canceled is because they thought that the glow in the dark feature was actually a sign that Jurassic Park had sort of lost all its creativity in a sense, even though I don't know if I agree with that. I kind of am disappointed that this line was canceled because I think it does have some really cool additions to it, and we're going to go ahead and go over them right now. Now, aside from the new colors and repaints and the glow-in-the-dark features that all these figures were going to come included with, there was nothing really unique about this line. They were all repaints from The Lost World, the Chaos Effect, and even the original Kenner line. There were going to be human figures, there were going to be, of course, dinosaur figures, and then there were also going to be multi-packs, such as Spinosaurus with Eddie Carr, there's going to be the Chasmosaurus with the Nick Van Owen, there's going to be a Baryonyx with Peter Ludlow, Dart with Velociraptor and Dieter Stark, and even a Pachycephalosaurus with Ajay Sidhu. Now, the interesting thing about the Pachycephalosaurus and the Ajay figure is that this figure actually just appeared on eBay sort of out of the blue recently, within like the last 2 years, and it sold for $12,100, which is insane and probably one of the most expensive Jurassic Park figures that have ever been sold before. Now, what's really mysterious and odd about this entire line is that much of what we know about it just comes from super low quality resolution screenshots or little snippets from toy catalogs, back from the 90s, and we really don't have any concrete evidence that a lot of these figures actually exist in some physical form. Although we do know that the Pachycephalosaurus and Ajay figure does exist since it appeared on eBay, and it was quite a popular auction as far as Jurassic Park news goes. And there's also one other figure that I covered in another video, and that is the Pteranodon with the little hatchlings, and this figure also appeared on eBay as well within the last few years, and it sold for between $4,000 to $5,000, which is also an incredible number. Not quite as much as the Ajay, but still it just goes to show how rare this whole line was, and the fact, like I said, the fact we don't even know that many of these figures even exist in some physical form. The moment that one of them does appear, you have toy collectors and Jurassic Park fans willing to throw just about any sum of money at it to get their hands on the rarest of rare Jurassic Park merchandise. Now, one other really interesting thing about this line was the fact that it was supposedly supposed to include the Ultimasaurus. As you guys know, that was the dinosaur planned originally for the Chaos Effect line, and then it was canceled. The rumor is that the horns on it were too sharp, although we don't know for sure if that was the reason. But anyways, this is going to give us our second chance at actually acquiring this figure, which is really disappointing since this whole line was canceled, that now, we may never get the chance to actually own the Ultimasaurus. But this one was slightly unique. It was going to have a more bluish paint job as opposed to the original one, which is sort of a grayish red. And it was also going to include a Roland Timbo figure, which was a repaint from the original Chaos Effect line. It's also interesting to note that some of the multi-packs were going to include small vehicles from previous lines, such as the dirt bike from The Lost World, and then the little dart vehicle, which I believe originally came packaged with the Roland Timbo Lost World figure. Aside from the multi-packs, there were also going to be a select few single-carded figures. One of them was the Malcolm from the Chaos Effect line, which was just going to be a repackaged repaint, of course. And then there are going to be a few of the smaller dinosaurs as well. But apart from that, there wasn't a whole lot of figures included in this line, but there was definitely, a reasonable amount, although none of them were truly unique aside from just being repaints. Now, part of me can understand why this line was canceled. You know, when you have seasons where there's no Jurassic Park film being released or anything like that, the fandom and the excitement for, you know, Jurassic Park merchandise kind of declines a little bit, at least for the general audience. So maybe that's one of the reasons that they canceled it. But then what's interesting to note is that when this line was actually canceled, they ended up creating the Jurassic Park dinosaurs line. And what's interesting to note about the Jurassic Park dinosaurs line is that they seem to borrow a lot of inspiration from the Night Hunter series. It didn't include any glow-in-the-dark figures, of course, but a lot of the figures were packaged with one human and one dinosaur, which was sort of a trait of the Jurassic Park Night Hunter series. We hadn't seen a whole lot of, you know, dinosaurs being packaged with humans in the past, and this is really the first sort of time that we saw it. And these figures were only released in Walmart's and Universal Studios theme parks. And I remember seeing these figures when I was on vacation. I wish I had acquired a lot more of them because now they're pretty rare and expensive. But yeah, that's eventually what became of the Night Hunter series. Now, I know this is sort of a short video. I wish there was more information on this line of toys, but unfortunately the information is very scarce. And even the screenshots, it was hard for me to find a lot of ones that were in good resolution so you could actually, you know, make out the pictures. But unfortunately, there's just little evidence and little clarity on what actually happened to all these figures. A lot of them, there aren't even like physical copies of the figures that were ever found or ever appeared on eBay. So we don't really know if there's any ex-Hasbro or Kenner employees out there that might actually own completed versions of some of these figures. There might be, I believe that there are, but the fact we've never seen any appear or any valid evidence of that sort of suggests the contrary. But anyways, I hope you guys liked this video and found it interesting. I really find the canceled figures to be just really interesting to talk about and think about because of the lack of clarity and how mysterious, you know, their disappearances were. And we really don't know the bottom line why a lot of these figures were never created. Although, you know, there are some rumors and stuff out there, we still don't really know what the internal struggles at the company, you know, caused these figures to be canceled. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching and subscribing and liking my videos recently. My next video is probably going to be a continuation of the Jurassic Frontier series, but it's probably not going to come out until next week because I'm waiting on a few figures to come in the mail. And I'm still working on the story, although I have filmed quite a bit of it. It's just gonna take me a little bit longer to get this episode out. So hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. But in the meantime, thanks again for watching and I'll see you next time.